Contrasting worlds of wealth and poverty now on BBC World News. Take your life in your hands with the motogirls making deliveries across a city of extremes, and meet Ayrton Senna's sister as she changes the lives of the poorest children who live there. One day in Sao Paulo.
One Day In is sponsored by Citi. 200 years of supporting the world's great cities.
For the first time in human history, more than half of us live in cities. Across the world, cities are gaining over 1 million people every week. Vibrant, complex, colossal. What drives their success? From 12 great cities around the globe, this is One Day in Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is the largest city in the southern hemisphere, a never-ending vista of skyscrapers and shanty towns. Contributing a third of the national economy, it is the economic powerhouse of Brazil. In 30 years, its population has more than doubled in size to 21 million people. There are a staggering 30,000 millionaires in the city, yet for every one, there are 100 people living in poverty. With gridlock traffic spanning over 100 miles, the city is finding new ways to power the world's vehicles. Its commerce is booming, but its infrastructure is straining. This is One Day in a city of contradictions. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and a familiar sight faces the city's commuters. Gridlock. Traffic jams are a major drag on Sao Paulo's businesses, disrupting the day, delaying progress. The answer comes not from the city planners, but from Sao Paulo's 500,000 motorboys.
My name is Ana Paulo, and I'm a motogirl, not boy.
Anna has been a motor girl for 3 years, tackling the city's deadly traffic on an almost daily basis.
Bom dia, tudo bom?
She bucks the trend of this predominantly male business.
Falou, tchau, tchau.
It involves picking up and delivering anything from documents to electronic devices.
Na minha opinião, eu acho que é agilidade.
With a motorbike in a chaotic city like Sao Paulo, wherever we can find a small gap, we can squeeze through and move away.
Consegue se mover melhor. É uma loucura.
You've got to pay attention and respect the other people in the traffic, and most people don't. That's how several accidents happen.
É onde acontecem vários acidentes. Quase o marvadinho me pegou.
As Anna tackles the city's traffic, many of Sao Paulo's movers and shakers are starting their day in a typical fashion, with a cup of coffee. Octavios is the largest coffee shop in Latin America. Its baristas are national champions, and their coffee is revered by many.
Well, my name is Edgar Brissani. I'm the CEO of the Agriculture and Livestock Division of Sol Panambi Group. I think Sao Paulo is the state where people have more, I'd say, passion and are more advanced in terms of what they are looking for when they are buying their coffees.
With 100 hectares of land and 4 million coffee trees, the Octavio Coffee Farm in Sao Paulo State produces 20 varieties of coffee.
Every step of coffee preparation is important. Starting at the farm, seed selection, planting, harvesting, and then finishing here at the coffee shop with the baristas. They are for coffee what the sommeliers are for wine. Coffee is very important for the Brazilian economy. We are the largest coffee producers. Now, we produce this year 50 million bags. We are pretty much 27% of the world production, which is 137 million bags.
One person not stopping for a coffee break is motogirl Ana Paul. She's working her way through the city, covering over 100 kilometers every day.
Ô amigo, passa até Fusca aí, você vai passar?
It's a risky job. There's at least one death a day amongst the ranks of motorboys and motogirls.
My job is a bit risky. When I leave in the morning, I don't know if I'm coming back injured or alive.
For her first delivery, it's taken Anna over an hour to get across the city to the area of Bela Vista.
For me, this job is both good and bad. It's good because I earn good money, but I hope to study and leave this profession because there's just too much risk.
With the document delivered, Anna heads to her next destination.
In this city, motorboys and girls are vital to the fast delivery of things. Without the motorboys, Sao Paulo stops.
Sao Paulo is the birthplace of Brazilian football. The sport has found its spiritual home. To many, it is a religion. Players are considered gods, and the stadia are like modern-day cathedrals.
My name is Antonio Gavioli, and I am the project manager of the Corinthians Stadium, the Arena of Sao Paulo, that will open the World Cup of 2014.
It's 12:30, and Antonio is overseeing the building of the city's next great cathedral, the new Corinthians Stadium.
Today we have here working 2,300 people. Yeah, we work from 7 in the morning up to 5 in the morning. We work 22 hours a day, yeah? In this area, this big one construction, here we have the restaurants, the lounges, bar, where the players change clothes. This stadium will be very, very important for Sao Paulo, mainly for this area. There will be opportunities for workers to work here, yeah? Instead to go to Sao Paulo, to have 1 hour going, 1 hour coming back.
Attracting almost 500,000 spectators to the city, the World Cup will bring long-term regeneration, creating 34,000 permanent jobs.
I am so proud to work here. I am sure that this stadium, this opening game, everybody will know a little bit more about Sao Paulo. It's a very good chance for Sao Paulo to be known all over the world.
There is one name in Sao Paulo that will forever draw a multitude of superlatives. Ayrton Senna. A 3-time Formula One world champion and winner of 41 Grand Prix, Ayrton Senna is arguably the greatest driver to have graced the Formula One series. His tragic accident during the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix shocked the sporting world.
Ayrton Senna, who was killed in the San Marino Grand Prix on Sunday, has been buried in Sao Paulo.
Today, his sister is realizing his legacy.
My name is Vivian Senna. I am the president of the Ayrton Senna Institute. Being such a successful driver and having achieved what he achieved, Ayrton could have ignored Brazil's reality and detached himself from it.
It was Ayrton's dream to do more for the children of Brazil. In his honor, the Senna family launched the Institute.
As he found such success, I think he didn't want to be successful alone. He wanted to share this opportunity so that many others could have a chance to be as successful in their own lives.
Funded by the Senna trademark, the Institute targets the poorest areas of Brazil, providing funding for teachers and specialist educational programs in over 7,000 schools.
Education is the passport for a better future. It's what you put in the child's hand to lift him out of a world with no opportunities, to a world where he can develop the country.
Join us for the second part of our day to learn what difference the Ayrton Senna Institute is making inside one school in Sao Paulo. This is one day in the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo. A business boomtown, it has the world's third largest stock exchange and is the foundation for Brazil's success in the world commodities markets. Rio de Janeiro might have the carnival, but Sao Paulo is the heart of international trade in Brazil. Sao Paulo's exponential growth puts it in the top 10 of the world's richest cities, yet its education system is ranked amongst the lowest in the world. It's 2 in the afternoon, and the Senna Institute is helping one school transform the lives of many underprivileged children.
Então, crianças, nós paramos nos animais, nós falamos ao... Meu nome é Tânia Cristina.
My name is Christina, and I am a teacher for the Ayrton Senna project.
The Senna Institute works to improve literacy and to instill a belief that any child can fulfill their potential.
These are children who face several problems at school. The idea of the Institute is to rescue these children and work on the difficulties they've had. The majority of them came here not knowing how to read or write. Every morning we seek to encourage them. We tell them they are capable, they can achieve their dreams.
Aqui tem uma menina que gosta de livro, que ela gosta de ficar lendo.
Leo is one boy who's overcoming his difficulties and starting to believe he's capable of learning.
I arrived here without knowing how to read nor write. I used to mess about by throwing my books away. Little by little, the teacher helped me to read.
As a result of this work, there are already students who want to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, a vision they didn't have before. I usually tell people about Senna. He came to serve a mission. He may not be in our midst today, but the fruits of his work, his dream, still is.
My dream has always been, when I grow up, go to a university. If Ayrton Senna were here, I would thank him for this project that was his dream. I would give him a hug.
In the years since it was founded, the Institute has helped educate over 16 million children. These children may now have the chance to participate in Sao Paulo's growing economy. Big business thrives in Sao Paulo, and nowhere is this more apparent than in the upmarket fashion district of Jardins.
My name is Eduardo, and I work in the Havaianas shop.
It's 3 in the afternoon, and in the flagship store of Havaianas, locals and tourists are going crazy for one thing: flip-flops.
Here you can customize almost every product. You can make your own Havaianas, or you can choose the Havaianas we have in the shop.
Eu levar esta base preta.
Base preta
com esta
lilás.
Inspired by the Japanese Zori sandal, the Havaiana is more than just a flip-flop, it's a fashion icon.
My name is Rui Porto, and I'm a communication advisor for Alpargatas, a company that owns the Havaianas.
A global brand, a Brazilian success story, Havaianas are exported to over 82 countries. Rui Porto has been at the heart of the brand's transformation.
The export of Havaianas is growing in importance. Today, around 15% of Havaianas are exported to the whole world. I think that Havaianas transmits to the world a bit of the Brazilian culture, the culture of sunshine, the culture of beach and of freedom.
Since it began in 1962, Havaianas have sold over 4 billion pairs worldwide. Put end to end, that's enough pairs to go around the world 40 times.
The Havaianas are a symbol of happiness, simplicity. They're something that Brazilians have in common, like carnival. They're for everyone, like football.
Prontas. Ok. Gostou? Muito bem. Obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Obrigado.
With over 7 million vehicles in Sao Paulo alone, Brazilians consume their fair share of fuel. It's a fuel with a difference. It's made from sugarcane. Brazil has been extracting ethanol from sugarcane since the 1970s. In Sao Paulo state, several of the world's leading car manufacturers are credited as having the most innovative ethanol engines on the market.
My name is Paulo Riedel. I'm the director for powertrain in South America region for GM.
It's 4 p.m. and Paulo is overseeing the flex fuel engine production line in the largest General Motors plant in Brazil.
So flex fuel is a kind of engine that can run with any mixture of fuel from gasoline up to pure alcohol or pure ethanol. In the gas stations, you have 2 pumps, one with gasoline, another with ethanol. So those cars, you can choose whatever you want to fill up the tank. You can put half-half, you can put just one or the other. It's up to you.
The company has been building ethanol engines since 1972. And today, all its flex fuel engines can run entirely on ethanol.
Back in the 70s, every country was looking for a new source of fuel. And a renewable fuel would be a good thing. So I'm really a fan of it, because it's a clean way to run. And the best part of it, you can squeeze a lot of power off little engines.
With emissions 90% lower than gasoline, ethanol is the greenest biofuel on the planet, and cheaper too. Brazil is now the world's largest sugarcane ethanol producer, supplying over 25 billion litres of fuel every year. Parasopolis favela, a slum known as the City of Paradise, is surrounded by one of the richest neighborhoods in Sao Paulo. The towering apartment blocks with balcony swimming pools are a constant reminder of the divide in Sao Paulo. Looking in from the outside, it's a collection of poorly constructed shacks. But on the inside, it's a community.
Oi, boa tarde. Você tá bem? Me chamo Helena Santos.
My name is Elena Santos. I work here in the community for the community. I'm a volunteer.
It's 5:30 p.m. and Helena is on her rounds in the heart of the favela. She provides community services for the most needy.
We're going to visit the house of Tanya because she suffered a vascular injury, an accident to the head. And today she doesn't have anywhere to live, so she is in a wooden shack. I try to find out if people have enough to eat, if they have a place to sleep, if they need medical assistance, if they need a wheelchair. If I can help, I talk to the person and search for the resources they need.
Dona Tânia, no que a senhora gostaria que nós, da União dos Moradores...
Helena has worked in Parasopolis for 30 years, dedicating her time to help the community. Today, she's assessing Tanya's needs.
Eu creio que com a fisioterapia eu ando rápido, porque eu nem mexi essa perna. Gente, é ser ajudado por eles, então tenho certeza que eles vão me ajudar. Consegue, através deles eu consigo ajuda.
É uma cidade tão grande como São Paulo da desigualdade.
In a city like Sao Paulo, there is inequality. You can see the inequality starts here. It would be very difficult for us to become equal to a millionaire, but we'll do our part to get there. Meanwhile, there is misery and hunger.
Tem muita fome, tem muita fome, tem muita miséria, tem muita gente sem casa.
As the sun sets over Parasopolis, on the other side of the city, one woman who's made the transition from rags to riches is about to party in her own private empire.
My name is Lilian Gonçalves. I'm a businesswoman of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Having left home at the age of 14 and arrived in Sao Paulo without identification, Lilian started working as a waitress to earn a living.
I said to myself, I will own a bar. So I opened a small bar that became a bigger bar. I got one more, then another. With great difficulty, a lot of work, and the will to succeed, I built an empire.
Muito trabalho mesmo, muito trabalho, muita vontade de vencer mesmo.
Employing 450 people, Lilian's empire is an entire street of entertainment. Surveying her 6 nightclubs, several bars and restaurants, it's a far cry from those early waitressing days.
I came to Sao Paulo, I worked, I won, and I showed them what I am made of. For me, Sao Paulo represents everything. It's said to be the Brazilian New York. Sao Paulo is pure work. You work, you wake up, you breathe, you get up working.
Levanta trabalhando.
In Sao Paulo, the complicated city, the city where traffic stands still, motorboys and girls keep business running through the night. The fans of this football-mad nation look forward to their World Cup. And Lilian Gonçalves parties the night away in this city of contradictions. This has been One Day in Sao Paulo.